welcome to HalfPint Cooking. Today we are gonna make like a pumpkin cake, or you can make it into a bar. So just a little bit thinner, and I really like the bar, so we're just gonna make it into a bar. Meaning it's gonna just be on a cookie sheet, so then it's just thinner. Or if you want, you can put it in a 9x13 like cake pan too. That's totally fine. This recipe is just so delicious. If you love anything pumpkin, I seriously can't stop eating this when I make it, so I have to be careful. So first of all, we are going to do our liquid ingredients. So we need 4 eggs. You can do a hand mixer, or you can just do this in your stand-up mixer, or whatever you want. So 4 eggs, 1 cup of oil. You need 2 cups of pumpkin, canned pureed pumpkin, or you can just do one of the regular sized cans. That's how much you need, is 2 cups. I just have a big thing, so I have to measure it out. So 2 cups of pumpkin, and then 1 2/3 cup of granulated sugar. And you're just gonna mix that. So then with our dry ingredients, we have 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And you can mix this all in a separate bowl, but again, that's a little more dirty dishes. So I just do it in here and then put it all on top of the flour, and then I just give it a little bit of a stir so that you don't get a big clump of salt or cinnamon or something. And then you're just gonna mix it again. Done. That was so easy. Okay, now you do want to prepare your sheet pan, so I just like to give it a little spray. And then because it's cake, I don't think this will stick very much, but I always like to sprinkle it with some flour after. With any cake I kind of do. And then the flour will just stick to it. Stick to the grease on there. You can use shortening or butter or whatever you want to use to grease your pan. Off into the garbage. And we just pour our cake batter in. Put this in an oven set at 350 degrees, and you're gonna let it bake for about 20 minutes. If you are doing a 9x13 pan, it's gonna be a little bit thicker and it's gonna take a little bit longer to cook. So check it at about 25 minutes and stick a toothpick in, and if it comes out still moist on a toothpick, then cook it for a little bit longer. Also with cake, if you push down on it and it springs back on you, then it's done. If it kind of sinks and leaves your fingerprints in there, then it's not quite done. So we are gonna go ahead and start this at 20 minutes, and we'll see how long it takes. Okay, so while that's baking, we're gonna clean up, of course, and then we're gonna get our frosting ingredients ready and softened. So you need 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1 cube of butter, and then you're gonna need some vanilla and powdered sugar. But just make sure you get the butter and the powder and the cream cheese out to get it softened while this bakes and cools. Okay, so my timer just rang. I ended up adding 2 more minutes to it. So for the bars, it was 22 minutes. But every oven is gonna be a little different, and your altitude might change things up too. See, when I stick it in, it comes out pretty clean. So that tells me that it's done. And see how it's like bouncing back? It's not like leaving an indentation on the cake, so it tells me that it's done. So I'm gonna let this cool for about an hour or more until I'm ready. But I do have my butter and my cream cheese softening right here. I washed my mixer. Those are all ready to go. So to this, we'll just add 2 to 3 cups of powdered sugar and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Our pumpkin bars are completely chilled, cooled down. Not chilled, I didn't put it anywhere, it's just room temperature. We've got our softened 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1/2 cup of butter, which is a full cube of butter. We're just gonna mix that together first. Okay, now we're gonna start with like 2.5 cups of powdered sugar. Best idea. Powdered sugar and about 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 10. So now I'm gonna start, and I like to add like dollops in like all of the corners so I can at least have, you know, a little bit of a start to the frosting in every part of the cake. It's a nice and thick recipe so it doesn't spread amazing. So if you're making a cake in a 9x13, use the same recipe and the same amount, and it just puts a thicker layer because you do have a thicker layer of cake needing a thicker layer of frosting. So now this recipe is another one of mine that I can't make it unless I'm taking it to a party or I'm giving it to people because, well, there's been times where I just can eat like a whole row before I realize that I've eaten so much. And it's not so great for you. It's not the healthiest thing to eat a whole cake by yourself. If you have no self-control like me, just make this for parties. Okay, so those are our pumpkin bars or pumpkin cake. Has a nice cream cheese frosting on it. One thing that I've noticed with cake is that it tastes better the next day. And this one still does taste better, just a little bit because it has time for all of the flavors to come out. But it does taste delicious the first day right away also. So go ahead and make this in advance or make it for the day you need it or whatever. But thanks for watching HalfPint Cooking. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And we're just, we're missing limbs. We're losing it.